You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Goes by the name of Jace Norman.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Welcome to the show. You might know him as Henry Hart or Kid Danger.
Yeah.
Henry Danger.
Yeah.
Henry Danger.
He's made it all up.
He's made everything together.
That guy's got it right. Come on.
And he's a Brooklyn Nets fan as well.
I'm not. This is what happened. I just went to the game, and they're like, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Yes."
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Never turned down
I'm
anything
sorry.
free.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to.
Now, how did you get into the acting game? You're an actor on Nickelodeon. How
Yeah.
did you start? So let's back up and say, how did you get into acting?
Well, I basically actually my brother was the one who wanted to be the actor, and he was going on this audition, and I was like, "Yo, can I come?" And then I went.
Wow.
And that's how I got
you
in.
over him.
Yeah. He's in here right now, but
Does he hate the fact he took you on this audition with him?
Yeah, probably. We've never talked about it, but
But thanks.
yeah, appreciate
He's
it.
working
dude.
the camera. You don't seem too salty. At least
No,
he found something to do.
No, he's 100% supportive. Just like deep down, he resents me probably.
You're the baby in the family, though, so
Yeah.
you get those perks.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was the first audition?
I don't even remember. All I know is I didn't want to go to it because I was so nervous. My parents actually forced me. They're like, you went this far. Like, I got an agent. I auditioned for an agent, got an agent. Then I got my first audition. I actually lived in San Diego at the time, and so I still was in school. So I was driving from basically 3 hours from public school to auditions.
Well, you weren't driving. You were being driven.
I was being driven. Yeah. Well, I fell asleep while my mom drove.
You're
Basically.
17 now, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you first started doing auditions, how old were you?
Or 13.
Don't say sir. You make me feel old. Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
That
You
sir
are.
cut
He's
deep. I was
17.
like, Jesus.
17.
I know I got my grades cut today. Like, how is it working for Nickelodeon nowadays? I mean, that used to be like really prestigious and very lucrative. Is it still the same?
Well, I actually like it's really about the producer that I work with, Dan Schneider. He's created like all of the classics that I watch, like
Hannah Montana.
No, that's Disney, dude. Come on.
Disney. Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
Duh.
Shut up, let him talk.
Right.
Like Drake and Josh, all that.
Got you.
Kenan and Kel, Victorious, iCarly, like all of the classics. So I really came into like a setup kind of like same crew from like 20 years ago, like same dudes. Like Kel, do you know who Kel Mitchell is?
Yeah.
Yeah. They also shoot a show across from us, so he's doing 2 shows. So it's really just this like kind of surreal experience because you're working with these like, in my mind, legends because of how I kind of grew up watching their shows. I mean,
I'm happy Kel's still getting a check, but he seems a little too old to still be over there on.
yeah, but I mean, dude, he's working, he's making money, he's got a baby.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, he's supporting the family. Like, you have to respect that.
Do you get a percentage of Henry Danger merchandise?
No.
Uh,
When you actually have to sign a contract before you even get the role.
Got
So you got no leverage.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's how it works
But-
on TV in general.
Did
But
that
you do
piss
have
you
your-
off?
Nah, because I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. Like that when they make you sign it before you even audition.
Yeah.
Because they
So you're
created
like,
it,
I'll
so
take
it's
it.
not like he created it. And
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but
so-
Disney guys, they get a percentage of the merchandise. Miley used to get a percentage of Hannah Montana stuff.
I mean, we'll see where it goes. I definitely have gotten more money since I started.
Got
I'll
you.
just
And you
say
have your
that.
own company on the side, too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Creator Edge Media.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Ma'am and sir here.
Sorry.
Yeah, Creator Edge Media. So talk about that.
Yeah. So basically, we connect brands with millions of people using social media, using influencers and stuff like that. And it's really been like, I've kind of wanted to break the mold of, teen actors that kind of have this little this mold of, I don't know, like there's just this stigma that kind of comes with me.
You can only be talent.
You can only be talent. You don't know anything. Like you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like you're just like this like pretty boy kind of guy who just like got on Disney because he was lucky. So like I'm every day I'm working to break that kind of thing. And every time I walk in the room, that's kind of the thing I get.
Now, where you from?
I'm from originally New Mexico.
Oh, okay. Because I'm hearing the manners. I thought you was from down south somewhere. Because I'm hearing the yes ma'am, the yes sir.
That's just kind of how I was raised. I was raised in a military town, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, for social media for you, are there rules like in your contract about things you can and can't do?
Probably. I
never read it? You
I
don't
never
know?
read. I don't read it. I post things that I probably shouldn't post, and they're chill with it. I mean, I'm not going Jake Paul and lighting couches on fire, so I'll be all right.
What's the last thing you posted that somebody said, hey, come on, take that down?
Probably. I mean, I've said a couple swear words on Twitter, stuff
What's your
like
favorite
that.
one?
Fuck.
Henry Danger.
Oh, Nickelodeon. Oh, God. Don't send this to Nickelodeon, dude.
Oh, they gonna see it.
Oh, great.
They'll get mad at you for that?
They'll get mad at me.
Yeah.
They'll yell at me. I'll just have to,
They do
listen.
realize the kids that watch the show probably curse as well.
Yeah. And it's also like, do you see what kids are watching these days? You know what I
Or
mean?
they're listening to.
Or listening to. Like, I'm nothing.
What are the age limits of kids that watch your show?
We're like 9 to 16.
Okay, so it's big range.
So what do you think about that whole situation that happened with Logan Paul with him filming for his YouTube channel?
I mean,
He wants to come up here too, by the way.
Oh, Logan?
Logan.
Yeah.
What did you
I
think
don't know.
about that?
He's
Filming a suicide.
It's just kind of shows you where his mindset is at. You know what I mean? Like I've heard a lot of just kind of bad stuff behind the scenes about him. I don't know him personally, so I can't say anything. But like, it just kind of shows you like he thought that was a chill thing to do. Like he thought like, yeah, I'll do this, I'll get views, everyone will be chill with it. And so like in his own mind, he wasn't doing a bad thing. So that just kind of shows you like, oh, he just does crazy shit every single episode and every single thing. That's why he gets views. But at a certain point, it's like you got to have a certain respect for just like the world.
Well, correct. Okay.
Views have to matter. Views shouldn't matter more than your own morals.
Exactly. It's like it's not about the views. It's more about like what you're doing with the views. You know what I mean?
But context is everything. And correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the place he was at a place where they actually commit suicide?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
And then he actually saw.
It's like visiting a museum or a zoo.
Yeah, but there was
see
actually a
anything.
dead person
And then when
there.
he did, he seen a dead person hanging. And
But
then,
it was the way he was laughing at it.
Yeah,
and
they
being
were
like,
joking
oh,
about
oh,
it.
look, his hands are blue. It was fucked up. It was like,
It was pretty bad.
it was just kind of, it wasn't
a
necessarily like,
person.
it was like, oh, if they, and they didn't need to film it. You know what I mean?
Then he used it as the cover, I believe, of his blog.
Yeah.
If they don't want you to
That's poor
film it,
taste.
if they don't want
But
you to
what-
film it, I don't think they should let you in with cameras.
But you know what happened is what I think happened is that every single YouTuber then turned against him as soon as they could. And I think that's because of the way that he kind of ran things behind the scenes. He kind of stepped on people and wasn't very like respectful to people in the YouTube community. So as soon as they had a chance, they flipped on him and they tore him down. And that just kind of shows you like if you step on people and you get to the top, it's easy to fall down.
Oh, that's a
think they're
fact. When
laughing, though. I
people
think they're
don't
laughing
like
at it.
you, they'll ride with anybody that's against you.
Exactly.
So you think it was the laughing?
The laughing part.
I mean-
Did they ever go at you, though? At all?
For what?
Anything?
Nah,
And
not
then they
really.
were-
I mean, I've said a couple stupid things on Twitter that I've gotten.
No, I meant Logan and
Oh, Logan,
Paul,
yeah,
whatever. Oh, they got at you before?
He's talked about me a little bit behind. I've heard some shit, but it's I don't know, dude. I don't even want to be. I'm not that. I'm not even in their circle. Like I'm not even.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't even want to be like in their. I don't even want to be compared to like. I get compared to them so much. It's like I don't even want that. You know?
Now, where did his brother work? Was it Disney or Nickelodeon?
Disney.
Disney. Okay, so y'all never ran into each
No.
other.
We saw each other a couple of events and stuff, but it wasn't anything like that.
So I heard you're dyslexic.
Yeah.
Does that affect you, like when you're reading your lines and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
100%. But I honestly think it helps me.
And now you got to explain. Now this is gonna sound stupid, but
Oh, God.
a lot of
Oh,
people
my
haven't seen the
gosh.
Cosby Show. Explain.
What do you mean the Cosby Show? What the Cosby Show got to do with this?
What's name dyslexic? Theo?
I think
know,
dyslexia
but-
is bigger than the Cosby Show.
That's what more people learn
I
about.
could be
Jace-
wrong.
That's why I learned about it.
This dude's like Cosby Show dyslexic.
Like Theo's the only dyslexic person you know.
It's like me and Cosby.
And
Theo.
I gotta ask a question. Have you
Nori.
ever watched the
Nori.
Cosby Show, Jace?
I watched it a couple times.
Because I'm quite sure you don't know about dyslexia from the Cosby
I
Show.
don't know about
Okay.
dyslexia.
Ma'am,
from
let
the
him
Cosby.
explain, ma'am.
I'm sorry, man.
You know Cosby is a rapist.
That's all I know him from.
Yeah.
That's honestly all I know him from.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched him on Jimmy Fallon once before he was a rapist. I mean, after he's a rapist, before people
I mean,
knew
he was raping people, but we didn't know
right, he was a
about it.
rapist.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
as
yeah,
far as
yeah.
we knew, he wasn't a rapist.
Allegedly, but go ahead. Because
He seems super funny. I was like, oh, I love this guy. It's kind of sad to see, like, especially Kevin Spacey too. All these people, it's like, what the fuck? Like, you're such a good actor. Like, why are you such a fucked up guy?
Yeah.
has
But
anybody-
you know-
No, let's stay on your dyslexia because
Sorry.
I want to get to you about
Yeah,
the sexual assault
yeah.
stuff. When did you realize you was dyslexic?
I was in 3rd grade, basically. I got diagnosed. My dad had it too. He didn't know. And look, I feel like it's got a bad. Like I was with you know Kevin O'Leary
I do know Kevin.
from the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally with him before this. He has dyslexia too. Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
Gary's got
Gary V?
dyslexia?
He's told me he thinks he's got dyslexia. He wasn't diagnosed.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
Gary,
I
stop.
think I got that too.
No, dude. No, I think.
I don't know if
trying
that
to relate.
counts.
Yo,
I got that
he's
too.
like, yo, I feel you. He relates with everyone, dude.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
You walk in a room, Gary's your best friend. And he
Yeah.
knows everything about you.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's awesome. He's awesome. Was he on? I feel like he was on the show. I think
Yeah,
I
he's
saw
been
him
here a
play.
couple
Couple
times.
times,
A
yeah.
good friend
A
of
couple
mine.
times.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
So you was reading or something, and you like the words
Nah.
just started to like alphabet soup?
It was like I was reading. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It was like it's like those very young age. Like they were like, oh, like read this. I read it slow. I don't know. I think creatively it helps me though. I think my mind works in a different way, and I think I won't be able to do what I do creatively if I didn't have it. Honestly, I credit a lot of it.
Yeah,
to
they
it.
do say a lot of dyslexic people are more creative.
Yeah, and it's like a weird like emotional intelligence and stuff like that. Like there's a lot of advantages. It's just like school is kind of like read, write, remember facts, and that's like exactly what dyslexics can't do. So that's how I kind of got like, oh, they're stupid. You know what I mean? But like Richard Branson was dyslexic. You know, it's like it doesn't mean you're stupid at all. But I think 80% of the prison population is also dyslexic.
Really?
Yeah. So my theory on that is that like the system doesn't work for them, so then they resort to doing things like selling drugs, or whatever on the streets, and or the system just doesn't work. So then they have to find outside of the system a way to like, I guess, function, or they're lashing out because they feel like they got screwed over.
So you think that people get people think that you're just crazy when you're dyslexic, so you've never been diagnosed, so they think you're just stupid.
They
or
just think you're dumb, and then you
Yeah.
start thinking you're dumb.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh, this doesn't work for me. Let me go do whatever, you know, and then you get in trouble.
Well,
My
that's
theory.
interesting. I never knew that about the prison population.
Yeah.
Me neither. You used the term that I love too. You said emotional intelligence. I read a great book one time called Emotional Intelligence 2.0.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
And
I didn't read it.
it's great, and they give you like these tests inside of it to test your emotional intelligence. Like, when did you start trying to raise your emotional IQ?
I don't know. I just kind of have, it's just like in my genes, I guess. I've just kind of always been able to kind of feel people out, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
You an energy person?
Yeah, I'm for sure an energy person.
Yeah.
You got good energy, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Grounded.
Now let's talk about Corey Feldman and all these claims and things that have been happening in Hollywood, because he was talking about how
Oh, is that the Indian guy?
who
No, that's
No, no.
Aziz. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no,
Aziz.
yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry. I don't know
Aziz.
who Corey is. Who's
Now
Corey?
we're gonna
Corey
I'll
got
explain it
raped.
to you.
Aziz accused of
He's an actor.
some type of rape.
But
What was Corey in?
He was one of the first people that came out and really talked about this like pedophile sex ring in Hollywood,
Being
Okay.
touched
and the parties they
all
were
that.
having,
Yeah.
and his best friend Corey Haim was actually wrote a book about it and all of that, just basically talking about their own experiences. He's even named names of people. How do you manage? Because
Aunt Angie wants to
have
know if you've
say-
been touched.
No, I'm
Have
not
you been
saying
touched
that.
or
But what I'm saying is that after seeing all these things come out about people, all these allegations
Yeah.
and things happening, how cautious does that make you? Like, does that make you feel like, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
this is a crazy business I'm in?
It's super cautious, and my mom was actually very scared of that going into it. Nothing has happened to me.
Any awkward positions where somebody might said something a little creepy?
Nah, I've never. This guy just gave me the weirdest look.
Oh, by the way,
I've never been in a.
watch that guy. He's registered in about 36 states.
This guy right here next to me, yeah, just be
He's
careful.
registered. He's registered.
You heard that voice? Just
Yeah, you heard him. You believe him if you want to.
believe you want to.
No, I mean it's just like I don't know. It just kind of shows you like. It just kind of shows you how like kind of behind the scenes things are a little bit messed up right now, and I think you can see that in politics and you can see that in Hollywood. But I think it's always been messed up, and I think that now that we just know about it, everyone's like, oh, this is a bad time. But it's like it's always been this way, and so now it's like we can maybe get better from it, hopefully.
Nobody's ever tried you?
Nobody.
Invited you to like a party, like a 50-year-old
four
man.
Dude, you guys are
No,
really
party.
wanting me to say I did. Not that I know of.
But doesn't it make it hard to trust people when somebody wants to take you under their wing and you're like, okay, this is a little weird.
Okay, yeah, it's like you're cautious, but it's never been like for me, it's never been a problem.
Nobody ever offered you Jesus juice?
I don't know what that is, but can I have some?
No, you don't
Come
want that.
on,
I'll
Jace.
read you some of the Michael Jackson transcripts.
Jesus juice?
Michael Jackson
want that?
allegedly used to give it to his victims.
Yeah, I
Little
don't.
fresh-faced 17-year-old Nickelodeon stars.
My goodness.
All right.
Started all the way just crazy. Yeesh. Now, what about girlfriend? Do you have a girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend right
There
now.
you go. Keep it simple. Not yet. Not yet.
I saw you had a little love triangle going on though.
What are we talking about?
I saw you got accused of stealing someone's girlfriend.
What girl did he steal?
I didn't steal any
Do you like
girlfriend.
girls, though? Because I don't want to be...
I do like girls.
I don't want to be rude.
Fuck.
I don't want to
You
assume
could tell.
anything.
No, I
Nickelodeon.
did not steal anybody's girlfriend. I didn't steal
You
anybody's
didn't
girlfriend.
break up a relationship.
I
You didn't-
can't control what she does. She decided to break up with her boyfriend. That was her decision.
But if you knew she had a boyfriend, why'd you try to press up on her, Jace?
I didn't. I didn't.
So you guys never went out, never.
We never. Nah.
You about to say we never fucked?
No, I said we never officially dated.
Oh,
It's
officially
whatever.
dated.
Okay.
Whatever.
Do you have people from New Mexico that be pressing you for money? Because, you know, when you Google your name online, it says you have a net worth of $800 million. Are you
Whoa.
aware of that?
Not that I don't know where that money is.
$800 million?
Does it actually say that?
Hold on.
No,
let
it
me
says
pull up
800,000, man. You can't
Hold
read
on.
Who said $800
Am I
million?
This is close to $1 million.
Oh,
I'll
it does
take
say
it.
800,000. Damn, I'm
That
dyslexic.
social media
I'm
company
dyslexic.
doing well.
Stop it. Don't you judge me, okay? All right? I thought it said 800 million. All right. I was like, what the hell?
I love that's the first thing he looks up too.
He's a
Always.
bird. He's,
Sitting next to someone.
he's what we
Always.
call a bird.
Always. I just want to make sure. I want to see what the money's
Oh
like.
yeah, I mean you get people who ask you for money.
Are your brothers still gonna act? Is your brother still gonna act?
He's right there. Is you still acting?
This, I feel like
Hold on, I
this
want
is
to
a
ask him a
perfect
question.
time.
Can you get on the mic one time? Let me ask you a question.
He's a big
man.
fan of the show. This will mean a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you given up on your dream?
No, I've not given up on my dream.
Okay.
What's
I mean,
now then?
You look like an actor.
Yeah, I'm working on music production right now.
pretty good
I'm trying to
looking,
teach myself music production, trying to parlay. I don't necessarily want to compete with my own brother right now.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
But it wouldn't be a competition. You guys could just both be.
Yeah, the joke.
But you know, like the whole,
it's a competition.
The whole like Dave James Franco thing, like they do stuff together, but it's always like
Jonas Brothers.
back and forth.
That's cool. Jacksons.
Oh yeah. Jonas Brothers. That's really what we're trying to emulate here.
The Jonas
When's
Brothers.
the last time you beat your brother up? Like, we got into a fight.
Dude,
last
I'm
time?
telling you,
I'm not
I've
gonna
got
lie,
this.
He's been getting pretty strong lately.
I've gotten
so-
this, dude. Being the lead on a show, you get this alpha personality that now I feel like I can. I don't know. It's like with my brother, I feel like the roles have switched a little bit. He used to beat me up, and now it's
We'll
like
How
hash
you
it
beat
out.
him up?
We'll hash
I
it
don't
out
beat him
after
up.
the show.
Do you
You
buy
guys-
him alcohol?
What's up?
No, sir.
You guys could be like Luke Wilson and Owen Wilson or something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, what about drugs? There's a lot of drugs in Hollywood.
There's a
Nobody
lot of drugs in
nobody offered
Hollywood,
you
dude.
drugs.
People offer me drugs all the time.
Really?
Yeah, say
They
no.
know you're underage?
What kind of drugs?
Or that they're illegal, Charlemagne.
Yeah, but that's contributed to the delinquency of a minor. You
No, it's just like, dude, it's like everyone's doing drugs.
What you mean, like coke and crack?
Coke is
Heroin?
back in L.A. in a big way.
Crack. I
Coke is
hope
back.
no
Coke is
one's
back in
offering
LA.
crack.
I've never done cocaine, and I never probably will. But
Probably.
No, say
he
probably. You would
said.
never.
I never will.
There you go.
Ever. I actually won't. I have
probably.
no interest in that. I don't fuck.
Well,
I don't
you
fuck
know,
with
on this is not funny, but Charlemagne knows how to fake it. You want to show him how Charlemagne fakes it all the time? Because he's sometimes in those Hollywood meetings. Yeah, show him how you
I
fake
only
it.
had to do it once, but you just, like, when the line's on the table, you just go like this.
And you just wipe it away?
You wipe it off, but you just make sure a little bit gets on the tip right here. So that you really look like you did, and you just wipe your nose.
And then do you have to act like you're high?
Yeah, you just go, whoa! Woo! Like a Ric Flair woo, and
This
then
is
you
some
just,
good information. Thank you for teaching
that's
me
it.
this.
And
Where'd you
that's
get
a-
off in coke at?
You just, dude, it's just like people, like the Hollywood is very, like, a lot of drugs. I think,
Crazy.
yeah, man.
I didn't know it was.
You shouldn't be in those circles. You're only 17.
I don't, dude, I don't fuck with anyone in LA right now. I really am, like, trying to find a good circle, and I haven't found it yet, because a lot of this kind of, I don't know, dude, these people in Hollywood are, it's just, LA's this kind of, like, it's all about your status, and it's all about, like what
Very
can,
superficial.
it's very, yeah, it's just like, what,
Plastic.
yeah, it's like, who are you, like, who are you to the public?
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
that matters,
yeah.
not who are you as a person. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
like, the friendships, they're like, as soon as you're not big in the public, that's what the friendship was riding on. You know what I mean? And I'm sure so many people deal with this. It's like, that's what the friendship was riding on. So as soon as that goes away, they're done. So it's like, what was that?
And why would you offer, if you're an adult and you're offering a kid drugs?
It wasn't an adult, I don't think.
Oh, it was a kid.
Oh, it was a
Yeah.
kid. Oh,
Okay.
It's even worse.
Well, we'll see him on TMZ in a couple years.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Washed up.
I'm sure.
Now, did you ever get your break? Did you get a break from YouTube? Were you posting YouTube videos?
No,
before
I
this?
didn't do. I started doing YouTube after Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the end goal for you, Jace? Like, where do you see yourself?
I mean, I'm already doing it. I'm doing this entrepreneur thing, and this is honestly something I've been really passionate about. I'm having a lot of fun. It's so, for me, it's like I like doing things that are such hard work, but that are worth it. You know what I mean? Because like, as soon as it gets not fun, you're gonna quit. So I like to do things that are worth it. And to me, like doing something like entrepreneurship is such a great opportunity to be able to do something that like I feel is like bigger than myself, you know? And so like that's what I hope. Like,
What do you spend money on? What are you spending your money on? Your $800 million, as Charlemagne
I
said.
bought I don't know.
Bought a car?
No, I didn't buy a car.
No. You have a
Condoms?
license?
Yeah, but what?
You have a license?
No, I don't have a license.
Oh, you don't have a license.
I dropped the ball on that. I'll get a license when I'm 18.
I'm surprised Nickelodeon lets you do YouTube videos on your own.
Yeah, me too.
But that's gonna stop.
I'm surprised they're letting me do this.
Really?
Did you tell me?
Oh yeah, you gotta clear everything.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
press.
but they're good. They're fine. Yeah, they'll be fine with it.
Uh-oh.
Why? So they're not trying to get a piece of your YouTube?
They have a piece of some people's YouTube. You want me to take the hood off? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, he's still
Oh,
talking
I'm
to the
sorry.
mic. Yeah.
Any stipulations like you can't mention Henry Danger or Nickelodeon while you're doing YouTube videos?
Nah, I mean probably. It's like when you're the star of the show. It's kind of like it's a little bit yours. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not like they're 100% controlling of it. We definitely have a good relationship where like they respect me, I respect them, kind of thing. So that's how it's been going so far. And I don't know. They're a very established company. Like they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no like this online stuff. It's all nuanced. This is like they're like this. You know, they're good.
And you're a big advocate for anti-bullying and mental health issues as well, right?
Yeah, mainly mental health for sure.
Why? You think you suffer from some?
Yeah, my whole family suffers from anxiety, depression.
Oh, I got anxiety too.
Like genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a lot of my family members, not immediate family members, but extended family members are alcoholics.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's kind of, I think that like alcoholism is not necessarily like, people think it's like genetic. I think it's more like you have certain type of brain that like is unbalanced or whatever to where you need alcohol.
You self-medicate.
Yeah, exactly, to kind of just get through the day, and then that becomes alcoholism. So I think that's my theory.
So it's a real sickness. It's not like, oh, just stop drinking.
Totally, and honestly, like the reason I do it is because before I would just ignore, and I didn't think I needed to like work on it because I was just like, whatever, like it's my own brain, you know what I mean? It's like I can control it. Like I don't need that. Like what do you mean mental illness? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? And then when I actually I had like a hard kind of little bit of a breakdown. Beginning of 2016, which was kind of just I guess it was like the world for me. Like the world was like Trump won, everyone was in LA. It was just like the fucking vibe was like really bad, and like a lot of like personal stuff was going on, and like the Henry Dayton, like I was just like working 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 10 hours, and it was just like kind of my mind was I wasn't going outside. I was in a studio all day. My mind was kind of like weird, and that's when it really took it down. I turned 16, which is usually when like kind of that triggers the genetics of it triggers, and I just feel like. Then I got help, and it was like I started figuring the shit out, and then it like really changed for me. And I started talking to a bunch of my friends, and a lot of people my age, and they're all going through it. But everyone's afraid to be like to say it because they think that it's like they'll be like kind of laughed at a little bit.
That's because America teaches you, or this culture teaches you, you have to be fearless.
Exactly.
And like fear is something to be ashamed
afraid
of.
But it's like, but really, you're just afraid of feeling fear. You know?
Yeah.
How'd you get help?
I went to a doctor, and I read a bunch of
psychiatrist.
books. And I kind of just fucking like stayed in my room for like a long time and just like figured out what I'm about, you know? And it sounds weird, but like when I unplugged from it for a little bit, it was like I could kind of just like actually figure out what I wanted to do instead of what other people were telling me I wanted to do. You know what I mean? And so that helped.
Before you were diagnosed with anxiety, did your family tell you that people in your family had anxiety, depression issues?
Yeah.
Because I wonder, like, did you come out and then it was like, well, that's
yeah. I mean, it's on both sides. Like I've actually never met my dad's side of the family, because my grandpa, I don't know what happened with that, but and my brother, my dad's brother is I haven't met him either in a while, because he's kind of like I don't know, he's struggling. So that I definitely knew like there was something going on. I didn't think it would translate to me. I was like, oh, this is like that sucks. I'm sorry, but like that's not me.
Right.
But it's really something that you got to just kind of like take control of, I guess. You don't really have control of what your genes are.
Even with alcohol, my mother told me a long time ago, because I come from a long line of alcoholics, and she was like, okay, you got to be careful with alcohol, because it's hereditary. You're prone to being alcoholic.
Yeah. It's like, what? It's like back in the day, like natural selection or whatever was like alcoholism in there. Like, nah.
Yeah.
It's just you're prone to whatever. You're prone to anxiety. But dude, it's like so many successful people, dude, there have mental illnesses.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's something about it. There's something about this like the way your brain works, you know what I mean? And like anxiety, it drives the shit out of you because you're terrified. You know what I mean?
You got to use that fear as fuel, though.
Yeah. It can either be like a headwind or a...
Yeah, it's this acronym I like. It says fear, face everything and rise, or fear everything and run.
Exactly.
And then working with social media, I'm sure you see a lot of kids suffering as well because of the bullying that's online.
Yeah, 100%. And like now kids, they have all this information coming at them, you know? And it's like politics, this is what it is. This is what it's like. the world seems so terrifying, dude. If you look at it through like the news and you look at it through social media, but then like I mean, there's still hard shit going on. But you go outside and it's just like we've come so far. You know what I mean? Like women used to not be able to vote. Like we used to have to use different bathrooms. It's like that's not happening anymore, which is just amazing. So like my whole memo is like, we need to improve things, but like, look how far we've come.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up what we actually have accomplished so far by just destroying each other. You know what I mean?
Now you're 17. I always say I feel like they planted seeds of racism in a generation that wasn't even thinking about it. Were these things on your mind when you was a kid?
100%. Nah.
Not at all.
I didn't. That's why this shit's so weird to me. I'm like I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
But then you see the woman at the University of Alabama posting a video.
Yeah, and it's
saying
like
F-N words.
It's just like for me, I didn't even believe it was real for a while, and then I talked to my sister's friends about this is about sexual harassment, and it was like, oh shit, like you could see it in their eyes. It's like, oh, this is real. You know what I mean? And it's like you don't. For me, it wasn't like I knew it was a problem in society, but you don't really know until you actually hear someone talk about it, and you know that like, oh shit, this is really real. This just happened to someone I met. You know. And racism too. Like you don't really. It's just like I never have just kind of even like I never have even like my mind doesn't even work like that. Like I never even like had that's not even my world.
You're not having racist thoughts about.
No, I mean like they're different cultures, so like I definitely like I feel a little bit intimidated when like you guys come up and you guys have a different culture, so it's like I don't really understand that very well. But like I'm never like.
I don't like you because of it.
Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. I mean, like literally, if you think about it, it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
like,
they say people fear what they don't understand. So
so like
it's natural to have a little
bit of like hesitation of like.
Yeah.
But I just feel like people are so, I don't know. And I one of the main things which is a little controversial about me is I don't want it to become anti-male, anti-white, because then it just becomes a battle, you know. And it's like I don't want the battle's gonna be.
Well, that's why it's very important for white males, especially the good white males, to draw a line in the sand and separate themselves from the racist, bigot, crack-ass, cracker, white devils.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
It's good white people, then it's crack-ass, cracker, white devils.
Exactly.
You just got to be able to separate yourself.
Totally. And but I feel like we shouldn't, like, yeah.
What about when the N-word comes on in rap music? Because you're young, you love rap. When the N-word comes on, before this climate, how did you feel about that when you would hear that word?
Niggas in Paris.
I didn't know the history behind that word before,
Yeah.
so I just thought it was something that they say. I like the songs.
Yeah.
I knew that it wasn't cool. I knew that it was taboo to say it. So I'd never said it. But I didn't know like literally why. I didn't know that it was like what they used to call slaves.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, the reason I say that's dope is because we give kids flack. Like the other day, Kendrick performed at the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
And it was all these kids singing Good Kid, Mad City, and they were singing the N-word. And like my homegirl sent me this all mad, and I was like, yo, they kids.
They don't even know.
I really don't think
for
they
us, it's
know.
like it's a song, and we like the song. We're not like it's like interesting because it's like the word means something, but not if you don't even know what it means. Then you're just saying something and you don't even know that. It's only bad if you know what you're saying.
If you
That's
have
why- yeah, that's why
harmful
the-
intent.
Exactly. It's only bad if you're literally trying to say like, you know what I mean?
And that's why the girl who got expelled was kind of shocking because she was using it in its proper context.
She knew the context.
She was
knew-
19.
yeah.
What was the context?
She said, I hate fucking niggers.
And then she said, I don't care, it's Martin Luther King's birthday. Nigga, 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 nigga.
Yeah.
I'm from the
Ah,
South.
well,
I mean, I'm in the South, and we're allowed to say that.
That's chill, I guess. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
She got kicked out of
Why
school
would
for that.
why would she? All right.
Yeah, it was stupid. No, who are your favorite artists? You listen to hip hop?
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Joyner Lucas?
Of course, from Boston.
That's our guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Of course.
Dude. Next. He's for sure.
Absolutely.
I'd never fucked with the mumble rap type of stuff. I don't like that. But the fact that he can still take the trap beats and make a real message out of it, like I love that. And he's hard. Like he can throw shots because like if you look at this dude, like what's the Gucci Gang guy gonna do to him? You know what I mean?
He's
I'm
tall
about to
and
die.
That's Lil Pump, yeah. And who else you
Salute,
like
salute to
besides-
Joyner Lucas. That's our
besides Joyner?
guy.
Yeah, I
You
hope
take
so.
this Joyner as an Instagram clip and you post it on your page.
Do
okay?
it.
You're next. He said you're next.
That's right.
I hosted his listening session in New York.
Oh, did you really? Is he a good guy? Is he
He's so
really
nice.
good
great
dude.
seems
guy.
smart as hell.
Really
dope.
good dude. Solid individual. I like
mean,
Joyner
the
a lot.
messages that he gets across, like he talks about suicide in his like one of his songs, and he talks about like some real shit with this like kind of beat that like
Right.
pumps.
That's it? That's all
That's
you
all
like,
you like?
Joyner?
That's all I like, dude.
That's dope. I
All
put
right.
that. You want any good prescription drugs for your anxiety and stuff?
yeah. I'm on antidepressants.
Okay.
Prozac.
All right. I
about
love
you?
a little pro every now and then.
You on it?
Nah, I'm not on it, but if you give me one, I'll take it.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. It's not like, yo, here you go. It's like, you got to be on it.
Well, we appreciate you for stopping through and joining
Thanks for
us,
having me,
man.
guys. I really appreciate
Where
it.
can they follow you and stuff, man?
Jace Norman on Instagram, Twitter.
And what are you doing in New York?
I'm just hanging out with friends and doing shit like this.
That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming through. We appreciate it.
cool.
Don't get
here.
arrested, man.
I'm not going to.
All right, my man.
Jace Norman, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.